third reminder that we have is send me a reminder every day, week, or a month until my status reports have been submitted or they become overdue. The difference between the second and third reminder is that the second reminder would alert you on a fixed duration, like if it's a 1 day, week, or a month overdue. And if you select the sub option of the second one, it will continue to send reminders every day, week, or a month until your status reports have been submitted. So the project server would alert you until you submit this report. The third option would remind you every day, week, or a month until the status report has been submitted or they become overdue. So once if the due date of the status report has been passed, the third reminder would stop sending you alerts. So these are the types of alerts and reminders that we have on the project server. The next one is the queue job failures. Okay, and any of the job fails, then you would be immediately alerted that your job has failed and contact administrator for why it has failed and so on. Let's go back to the personal settings and let's go ahead and look into what are the options that we have under manage my resource alerts and reminders. Okay, and we have my team member tasks and my team member status reports, and the alerts and reminders are a little different here. Before going into the managing alerts of your resources, okay, let's define what is a resource here, what is considered as a resource to you. Before we go ahead and set up the alerts and reminders, what is a resource to you? A resource in this sense is refers to anyone assigned to this task within a project that you own. Okay, so before you go ahead and configure the alerts and reminders for your resources, who is considered as your resource? A resource in this case is any team member that has been assigned to any of the tasks on the projects that you own. So if you're publishing a project, you own that project, and any resource assigned to these tasks would be alerted based on the settings that you configure here. Let's go ahead and look into what are the types of task alerts that we have for the project manager. The first option is submit new tasks and assignments. When you submit the tasks and assignments to your resources, these resources would be alerted that they have been assigned some tasks and assignments. The second option is that you reassign tasks. For instance, if a task has been assigned to resource A and for some reason you assign this task to B, then these resources will be updated that the task has been reassigned. And the third option is update tasks. Okay, for any reason you update a task, like you increase the duration or decrease the duration or any other information on the task, then the resources who are assigned on this task could be alerted that there has been a change on the task that you have been assigned to. All right, so these are the task alert options that we have. And what are the reminder options that we have under the tasks? The first one, send me a reminder every X number of days before team members' tasks are due. Okay, these reminders are pretty much the same type of reminders that we have seen under manage own tasks and alerts. So just looking into what are the difference in the reminders of your own resources and on the reminders of the resource that you're managing on the project. The first option, send me a reminder every X number of days, weeks before the team members' tasks are due. Okay, so this is a pretty straightforward reminder, and the option that we have under each reminder is that whom to be informed. The first option is send an email to me only. In this case, the project manager is alerted that a team member's tasks are due in 1 day. For any reason, you do not want to inform a team member's tasks, and you take proactive actions based on the task reminder that you receive. The second emailing option we have is send an email to team members only. So what the project server would do is just alert the resource who has been assigned on this task, saying that your task is due in X number of days. And the third emailing option is that send an email to me and my team members. Okay, in this case, the project server would alert both the project manager and the team members on the task due dates. The second option that we have here is send a reminder when a team member's task is X number of days, weeks, or months overdue, and continue to send reminders every X number of days, weeks, and months until the team member's tasks is complete. So as soon as the task is overdue and until the task is complete, okay, if you select these two options, the project server would keep alerting either you or the team members or both the project manager and the team members on the tasks that are overdue, and it would continue to remind you until these tasks is complete. The third option, send a reminder when a team member's task has been in progress for X number of days, weeks, and months, but has no actual work. It has been in progress, but there has been no update on the task. All right, it's kind of a dead task. So you need to take action as to why this task has no update against it. And we have the same emailing options. So these are the task alerts and reminders that we have for your resources. And jumping into the resources status reports, the only option that you have on the alert is that when they submit a status report, when your team members submit a status report, you would immediately be alerted by the project server that you have received a new status report. And what are the status report reminders? The first one, send a reminder when their status reports are due in 1 day. Okay, when they say there, it's the team member status reports. For instance, as a project manager, you would seek status update reports from, let's say, your team leads. Okay, and you configure the status report request that I need to receive status reports from so and so person working on the project. So the first option, send me a reminder when their status reports are due in X number of days. So it would alert, and you have three email options, either to send an email to the project manager, send an email to resource, or send an email to both resource and project manager that this status report is due in X number of days. The next type of status report reminder is send a reminder when the status reports are X number of days, weeks, or months overdue. Then continue to send reminders every day, week, or month until the status reports are submitted. So it would keep reminding you until the status reports have been submitted. And then we have the language settings. If your project server is configured for multiple languages, then your language options would drop down here. In this instance, we just have English as the language. Okay, the next option under personal settings is the my queue jobs. So as I said earlier, that all activities that a project manager or EPM administrator or any person submits in the project server, this action is queued under the project queue service, and all the jobs are in the queue. You can go ahead and under the my queue jobs, you look into the entry time, the queue completion time, the project name, the type of the job, status, percentage complete, queue position, queue time, and if error in processing the queue. You can go ahead and look into all the details, but the only thing as a project manager you need to know is that you should not be having any queue job under the failed status, or you need to ensure that you don't have any queue jobs pending. Even if the queue job does not have any error and it's failing for some reason, and it would indicate that the queue job would be retried in X number of in a particular duration, then you need to contact your project server administrator as to why this queue job in a pending state or is not progressed. You need to ensure that you do not have any pending or failed jobs. You assign a team member to a task, you publish a project, all the activities are performed in the project queue service. So you need to ensure that there are no queue jobs or any failed jobs in this page. There are various types of views to be have in the queue service. As you can see in the drop down, we have different kinds of views. You have various types of views, and all the names of the views are self-explanatory for the kind of view that you are in. So these are the queue jobs page, and that you need to ensure that there are no pending queue jobs. The next option under the personal settings is set up your Outlook sync. This option would help you synchronize your tasks with Outlook, and what this page has to offer is a small download option. Go ahead and click the download now button, and the project server will prompt you to either run or save this file. You can go ahead and run this file. In this case,